All right, what's up, Ride Nation? I was reading an article the other day, and it was kind of interesting, man. Very good article. Shout out to M Live for the article. They was talking about Detroit Lions' new tandem and pass rush of Charles Harris and Aidan Hutchinson, and was talking about pretty much these two being a destructive force this season. Definitely, there's no doubt in my mind that I think that the Lions could be a destructive pass rush with Aidan Hutchinson and Charles Harris. Charles Harris, when he first came into the league, you thought that he was going to, dominate right away. And sometimes that don't happen for everybody. Sometimes people come along a little bit slower than others. But he's pretty much has broken out last season with the Lions, pretty much leading the Lions with 7.5 sacks and 52 quarterback pressures. So definitely, man, that is something to build off. Now you have the Lions taking Aidan Hutchinson, number 2 overall in this year's draft. And you think about the tandem that these guys are forming. Definitely, man, I think that these two can be everything for the Lions this season, because they're gonna have to be. I don't want to just put all my eggs in one basket and say, like, look, we got to have Aidan Hutchinson doing it all, because he's not going to be able to do it all. We know that the Lions, in order for this team to really, really be what they need to be on defense, they need to be able to get a push from the middle of this defense on the defensive line. Getting guys like Josh Pascal back, and also getting Levi Onwuzurike, or Rike, however you may say his name, but Levi, you know who I'm talking about. Getting him back. But the main thing and the main focus is just take one game at a time. Yes, Aidan Hutchinson has an opportunity to be the defensive rookie of the year. If you guys have watched the Lions football, when Sue came in, he dominated, man, in his first season. You go and check the stats, and you see what Sue did. He was able to accomplish 10 sacks, and he wasn't even a defensive end. He was a defensive tackle doing it. And that just lets you know how good Sue was when we drafted him. And, those expectations, man, are for Aidan Hutchinson as well. Not to say to get the same type of stats, but just saying that he has that same type of vibe, being a guy that can come in right away and be able to offer some help to this team that desperately need help. We desperately need to be able to get to the quarterback this season, and getting Aidan Hutchinson, I think, when the Lions drafted him, was definitely a great choice, and picking him and bringing him in here, because he was definitely on his A game last season when he was playing with Michigan. But for him and Charles Harris to be able to be one of the best tandems, man, they're gonna have to get it. They're gonna have to get after it, man, week in and week out. And both guys are just gonna have to be able to go out there and just give it their all. And I definitely think that these guys can be dynamic. I definitely think that Charles Harris is looking to have another big season, because eventually you do want to get paid the big dollars. Now, if Charles Harris goes and balls out this season before Romeo Okwara gets back, I think that Charles Harris is going to get another big extension with the Lions. If he goes out and balls out and has like at least 12 sacks or somewhere in there, or maybe even 10 sacks, the Lions see that he's progressing, because last season he had 7.5, and then, okay, you make a leap to get to 10 sacks. If the Lions see that, then they're going to recognize, like, man, this dude is the real deal. And eventually they'll probably part ways with Romeo Okwara, because pretty much he's been injured. He got the new deal, and, you can't help an injury. They happen, and it was a significant injury that happened to Romeo. So, right now you're still waiting for Romeo to come back. You're still waiting for Levi to be able to help out on the line, and you're waiting for Josh Pascal to come back to see what this team is going to look like at full strength. Going into the game against the Eagles, you don't have the Lions at full strength. And what I mean by that is they don't have all the players out there that should be rotating in and out. They don't have them for their game. And definitely I would love to see all these guys be out there. Romeo, Julian Aquara, you still don't know what the Lions are going to do with him. Because he got drafted with Matt Patricia, but they still kept him here and held him with this team still. So you still don't really know what Julian Aquara is, but Hutch and Charles Harris, I definitely think are going to be phenomenal together. I think that these dudes can be one of the best tandems in the league if they bring it all together and if they play their cards right and they can stay healthy the whole entire season. I think that these guys are going to be getting after the quarterback. Definitely, no doubt in my mind. I can't really put a number on how many sacks Hutchinson will have. But if he can get at least 10 sacks his rookie season, I think that would be phenomenal, man, because then you know that you're taking that step to go to the next level. Now, that's what you want to see basically out of your rookie. You just want to be able to see your rookie be able to produce, because going into the next season, if he's producing then and Charles Harris is producing, then that you can be able to go out and get those linebackers that this team so desperately need, and I just want to say something too for the record, guys. I've been talking about the linebacker situation for a while, and not only me, other people have been talking about the linebacker situation too as well. So I just want to make a correction to what I said about the linebacking situation. Pretty much, I have been saying that the Lions hadn't had pretty much a all-pro caliber or Pro Bowl linebacker since 31 years or 28 years, however you look at it, with Chris Spielman. But I had to go back and really, really do my research and do my homework. And what I found out is that DeAndre Levy in 2014 was a all-pro linebacker, and he was on the second team. So just wanted to make a correction. Sometimes when you're wrong, you got to go back and correct it. And shout out to the subscriber for letting me know that Levy was on the second team, because I did not know that. And I can admit when I'm wrong. When you can admit when you're wrong, you're wrong. So it's been 8 years, guys. So I just wanted to make the correction on that. It's been 8 years since the Lions have had a all-pro caliber linebacker such as a DeAndre Levy. We know how big Levy was when he was here. Wish he never got hurt. Wish he never took the trip that he took. And maybe Levy would have still been around. But at the same time, man, we haven't had a linebacker after DeAndre Levy, and we need to get it. And the reason why I say that is, guys, when you look at the league now, the league has become a passing league. And if you don't have any linebackers that can cover anybody, that is going to kind of hurt you a little bit. It's good to have linebackers that can blitz. It's good to have linebackers that can go up and help in the run game. And then it's also good to have a linebacker that can drop back in coverage and be able to cover some of today's best running backs, tight ends, and some receivers as well. So you want that linebacker to be a guy that can pretty much, if you're the Detroit Lions, you're trying to draft a guy that can help out in the run game and is very, very solid when it comes to coverage. He doesn't have to be the number one guy or the number one linebacker in the world to be able to go out and cover somebody, but you just want that guy to be effective. You go back and you look at guys that were great in dropping back in coverage. You look at Ray Lewis, man. Ray Lewis has 31 career interceptions. That just lets you know not only was he an enforcer in coming up and stopping the run or being able to be patrolling the middle and making sure that the running backs are not, damaging, the defense. He was able to drop back in coverage, and he was just as good. So you need that linebacker that is a linebacker that is multifaceted, where he can do different things. He has different skill sets. And one thing that you want him to be able to do well is to be able to cover, because this is a passing league. So I just wanted to put that out there for the record. But at the same time, guys, Charles Harris and Hutchinson have all the opportunity in the world to be one of the best dynamic duels in the league. I know Charles Harris is only about 27 years old, and Aidan Hutchinson is still a young man. And I want to see it. I would love to see it, man. I would love to see if there could be a destructive force. So we'll see, man, what these two bring to the table, man, this season. But definitely, man, Charles Harris has been box office since he's been with the Lions. And I know Aidan Hutchinson is going to have a great season. All right, guys. Peace.
Man.